Hi, welcome to SRS Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. We come to you from sportsbookreview.com. This is the NBA Odds Couple show for Thursday, December 8th. Mike Brenner, things are so chaotic right now. You had a winning day. I don't even know whether you had a winning day yesterday.
I swept the board, 7-0.
Really? In our show?
In our show.
Unbelievable.
7-0.
Really?
I swept the board. Yeah.
Wow.
I hit another teaser, Pete. That's 13 out of 17, but I'm 17-3 in my last 20 picks on our video.
Amazing.
Picking up some steam and bouncing back, and I told you, I don't gloat. I own it when I lose, but guess what? That was yesterday, and that doesn't mean shit in this business anymore.
Yep.
So let's get busy with today.
All
but
right.
Yeah, 7-0 last night. Feeling good. Feeling like I'm really in the zone, buddy.
Very nice.
I've had this cold that's been grabbing me for a week and a half. I'm not kidding you. But still, man, I'm feeling it. I'm fired up, Pistol
All right.
Pete.
It sounds great. Well, I trust
You really didn't check the
I haven't.
record.
I mean,
well, let's throw that record up.
Yeah, no, throw the record up. I just haven't had time to enter in the wins and losses. So
gotcha.
So
And
which
I
I'm
wouldn't
going to
kid
do.
you. I wouldn't,
I'm going to do
try
after
to-
the show. But
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I trusted you on Golden
Well,
State
somebody
first
said
half.
in my Twitter, because the Twitter last night was amazing again, and I put out a shout out from you and I. But somebody sent and said that between my picks last night and yours, he killed it. So apparently
Really?
you killed it too.
Oh, I trusted you on Golden State first half, which was a winner, and then I also gave Sacramento, which was a winner.
Hey,
as
by the
well.
way,
So
yes, very, very good call on that, Pistol. Yeah.
All right, so let's go. We got 6 games tonight. Some interesting stuff. I guess the first game I'm thinking about. Tell me what
There
you
is
think about
some
this one.
interesting stuff.
Now, Mike Brenner. Yesterday, Portland played. I'm not sure how much you looked into this game, but Portland played Milwaukee, and I looked at that game yesterday, and
Greek freak.
yeah, and I was all over Milwaukee in the second half.
And
in
that's
the second
what
half, and it cashed. Portland, of course, collapsed
they
in
do.
the second half.
They're
Now, my
young.
question is Portland maybe going to come back here and at least in the first quarter be pissed off and have a big first quarter? Because Memphis, they've been working through their injuries. They've been overachieving, but at some point, the injuries are a factor. I'm thinking Portland on a back-to-back after blowing a second half lead. Maybe they come back strong in the first quarter.
Well,
what do you think?
I wouldn't talk you off anything on a quarter or a first half with this team, because that seems to be their pattern. It's those young legs, but it does catch up in the second halves. That's their pattern.
The other issue,
Pistol Pete, this game has a Brenner stamp written all over
10-foot
it.
pole.
Momentum and emotion, because something's happening in Memphis. All right, yeah, they got their injuries. Zach Randolph came back.
Yeah.
Okay, he took 8 days off. The impact of his mother's death, and I saw the interview, bro. It almost brought me to tears. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
She was his world. He came out last night and had a very good game. I mean, 2 nights ago against Philadelphia, had a very good game. All right, here's the thing. Momentum and emotion. He talked about it at length and said, I'm dedicating the rest of the season to my mama. And you know what? They are going to get this win, because there's another factor here also. You got a team that now realizes with its big 3 as far as Randolph and Gasol, all right, they can make some noise underneath. Their defense is really getting sharp, okay? They're going to get this. It's -1 on the first game. I mean, the full game.
On the full game, yes.
That's
best
where I'm
line
going.
Okay.
And I wouldn't talk you off your quarter with Portland, because they are pissed off. They lost that second half lead. And if you check it out, Pete, their trend, all right, they start quick, whether it's at home or on the road. Their failures and their mistakes are coming from being tired in the second half. They're not utilizing the bench, I think, the way that they can. And Ezekiel Fazeli, whatever his name is, the only big man they have underneath. Not the only one, but he isn't playing either, and that always hurts them. I think momentum and emotion because of Zach Randolph, all right, and Gasol's just a solid-ass player, bottom line.
Sure.
This is a win, -1.5 on
well,
the
actually,
full
we
game.
can give you -1, -112.
I'm taking it,
which
Pistol.
is one of the
Fired
market
up on
lines.
that
Yeah,
one.
very, very nice breakdown. Yeah, Zach Randolph coming back probably
His
makes
mom
a big
is his
difference.
world.
Yeah,
That speaks
yeah.
volumes to me. The kid said they didn't know anything else but her, and if it hadn't been for her, he would never have played basketball. He's going to have a monster game tonight. I might have to talk about that first quarter. Jesus.
All right, I'm way off of that
You know
one.
what?
I'm not going
Stay
to take
off
the
that
first
quarter. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
yeah,
It just
yeah,
hit
for
me.
sure.
He's going to want to.
Yeah.
And they're rested. Portland's tired.
Yeah. All right. The next one I'm looking at, Philadelphia, New Orleans. New Orleans has regressed a bit now. They're back to their old ways and they're dealing with some injuries.
Yeah,
I did read that Tyreek Evans might be back, which is a nice little
limited
bump,
minutes.
but not a huge thing.
Yeah.
And Philly, they're a team that very inconsistent up and down, but I would say about half the time they play way over their expectations.
Yeah, and
maybe
they do
this
it
will
early
be one
on
of
the road
them.
as well.
Getting 9 points here.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's because I cashed with him on a teaser the other night, adding on. Here's the thing right now. You have an injury to Holiday. All right. Even if Tyreek Evans comes back, this guy has been so hurt the last 2 years. He is so out of sync and out of rhythm. They're going to give him limited minutes. He's not the player he was, unfortunately, for injuries. Philadelphia I don't know what team's going to show up, who they're going to have on the roster. It's one of those.
Well, we do know that Embiid is playing tonight.
He is playing.
Yeah.
Whoa, then
so
you know what? That's a hell of a lot of points.
Yeah.
And you know what? Anthony Davis, he said it again. He's getting tired.
Yeah.
He's having to carry the load. Nobody is stepping up. And when they got rid of Ryan Anderson, that took away their 3 game. All right, he's gone. He's playing with Houston. Now you look over. You got Holiday that came out on fire after his situation with his wife. They won 5 games in a row at home. Covered all the spreads against them. Now it's going south. I heard he is definitely going to be out. So I don't know, buddy. I'm off of that one.
All right. Yeah, that's why we do this show. All of your analysis put me definitely on Philly now. I'm going to be on them for sure. I'm going to take them full game +9 minus 108.
I just love what we do, buddy. I'm not kidding.
+9 minus 108, and I think I'm also going to give them on the first half +5 minus 106. Well, and the reason is because Philly has been
early on the road,
particularly good, in the first halves. Now on the road,
Okafor is going to have a big night.
They're 2-5 against us. I believe.
Is he out?
I don't know.
Playing.
I think he was out with an illness, but now he's going to be playing. Yeah. They're 2-5 against the spread on the road, but I think this spot might be a little bit different. And at home, in those home games, it's the first half where they really kill it, and then the second half is a little bit more dicey.
And you know what? There's got to come a time where Anthony Davis finally says, you know what? I got to look after myself and not the organization because they're not trying to build around me. You know what? I got to take it easy because I'm going to wear myself out, and I got some many big years of some big contracts.
All right,
that's got to play into it, Pete.
Yep, I'm taking Philly first half +5 minus 106, and the full game +9. All right, Mike Brenner,
good stuff.
You nailed it with Golden State yesterday. I tailed you on the first half only. What do you think about now? They're coming back at Utah. This is a tough one because
and again, I got to jump in. No, finish what you're saying.
I was just going to say that there are going to be some down spots over the course of the season for Golden State.
Absolutely.
Maybe this is one of them.
And it could be. But you know what happened last night, Pete? All right, they played 21 games. They're 18-3. Last night was the 16th game that they had 30 assists or more. All right, are you freaking kidding me? The only other team in the NBA that's even close had it 4 times. 4 compared to 16. That tells me they're unselfish. They're learning to play with each other, and they were so in sync last night that when the one little run that Clippers put together in the second half the second quarter because of Jamal Crawford got shut down and got squashed, and they just kept feeding the ball around. I'm telling you, this team is so well-oiled, so well-focused right now. Steve Kerr is taking that deep breath saying, damn it, this is going to work. All right, I think this is one of those trick lines where the books are saying, okay, wait a minute. You got to look on the other side. How many injuries do they have? Robin Hood out. Favors out.
But we've talked about Utah. I've mentioned it before.
Gordon
Utah
Hayward's doing great, but he can't carry it all.
They're a program that is I don't like to bet against them. They're 6-1-1 against spread in their last 8.
There's a guy from Covers that thinks they're getting the outright win, and I can't knock him because hell, anything can happen. But Pete, in the way that team won last night, and I don't know, and I'm the guy that watches the interviews and the locker room stuff. These guys are smiling, they're comfortable, and you know what now? They're confident because each of them knows their role. They're the most unselfish team in the world. Durant said, hey, the other night, Thompson could have had 80, but he's not a selfish player. That's when he put up 60. All right, so here's what I got to do. I got to go the first half, and I got to go the game because there's nothing at all. All right, you got Favors is out. All right, literally, they're just decimated with injuries. And Quinn Snyder is not a Steve Kerr as far as a coach. And Gordon Hayward is definitely not a Kevin Durant or a Steph Curry. And with all due respect, he's he's around Klay Thompson's stature. But I'm telling you, it's just too much. They're going to definitely be all over him. I think Hayward's going to get smothered. Full game first half.
All right. Well, for the full game, we can give you -7 minus 110, which is a bet DSI line right now.
I saw 3.5 hanging somewhere on that first half.
And on the first half, we can give you a pinnacle line -3. Oh, actually, it's for Golden State. Yeah. Oh, it's 3.5 everywhere. Yeah. 3.5 minus 110.
Wow. Thoughts on that,
line.
Pete? Thoughts on the breakdown?
Yeah, it's just like
they're not tired.
Yeah, just like I said.
Tired.
I mean, there's everything you said. I mean, is like it's like evidence for why Golden State's a great team, which is not the issue. The issue is just they will have some down spots in the season. They're going to have some ATS losses.
But do you think they come off this win against the Clippers and said, convincingly, we just shut down a team that we knew is not what they thought they were? All right, they shut them down. Blake Griffin was so out of sync. So why not? Hey, let's do it again. This is the same team that damn near won 78. How many ever games?
Yeah, because now they're going.
No down spot tonight, buddy. And if it is, I will eat this one. And it's the
Okay.
kind that if it loses, guess what? Tomorrow, I will absolutely hang my head high because I'll have nothing to be ashamed of.
Okay, sounds good, Mike Brenner.
And I'm in that zone, buddy. 17-3 last 20. Let's cash.
Great job. All right. So then there's 2 other games: Minnesota, Toronto, Denver, Washington. Those are 10-foot pole games for me. Do you have any other picks, Mike Brenner?
I do. And again, this is a perfect Brenner stamp again. Emotion and momentum. San Antonio Spurs, Gasol, albeit he only played 2 years there, right? He played played with the Bulls. He's going back to show what he can do now with San Antonio. All right, San Antonio starting to put it together again. Here we go.
I will say they did have in their last game a classic second half resurgence against Minnesota. That's what the vintage Spurs would have. Like maybe anytime they had like a mediocre first half, they'd be money in the second half, and that happened against Minnesota in their last game. So that was kind of eye opening for me. Yeah.
And it was, and I know you and I've been monitoring them close because the ATS is not the same, but they're going to get to that point. Even with Tony Parker hurt right now, here's the thing: the Spurs have the momentum, and right now Rondo, Butler, and Wade, they're so out of sync. Rondo he had 2 assists in like 28 minutes. Are you kidding me? He's not doing his job, and when the pressure gets on him, he gets frustrated, he gets mad at the coach, they start pointing fingers, and Dwayne Wade's got to be getting tired, and Jimmy Butler he's so out of sync this year. It's amazing that contract is looking like it was a good thing. Spurs go in, Aldridge and company just do what they do. Kwame Leonard's going to have a huge game, and they just are going to have a typical Popovich night. I got the full game, -4.
All right. Yeah, and the Bulls have lost 4 out of their last 5 games, ATS, including 3 straight-up losses as a favorite, as a significant favorite. So I mean,
what do you think of that one?
I mean, look, they went into Dallas as a 4-point favorite and got blown out by 25. So
there's room in this car, buddy, because I'm not picking up the hotties till later on.
Geez, I don't. So all right, so let's give you your lines first. What are your picks?
Full game, Spurs.
Full game -4, -110 is what we can give you.
I love it.
And no first half or anything like that?
Nope,
Nothing
that's
like
it.
that?
And then I have one other play, which is a teaser.
Okay, let's hear your teaser.
I'm going to wrap it up because, guys, 13-4 out of the last 17.
Very, very
all right,
nice.
Clicking
very,
on
very
all cylinders. We're going to go with the Spurs.
Okay, that'll put you at +2.
And again, bet online. Right?
Yeah, there's a 6.3
Yes.
6.3 team teaser +120. Okay, +2 for the Spurs.
Golden State.
-1.
Yep, and Memphis, baby.
Okay, and that'll put you at +4.5.
God, I love it. Pistol
all
Pete,
right.
I love it. That sounds like a ticket casher to me.
All right.
And again, I want to do a shout out to you, Twitter guys.
Yeah, go ahead. Do a shout out before while I decide what I want to do about the Spurs game. Yeah,
come on, jump in the car. That's what you do. Bring your bank account
number
and put it in the bank. But no, guys, thank you so much for everything through thick and thin. You just hang in there. The haters get quiet when things get good. Bouncing back, this is a business. You got to bounce back. But I just want to thank you so much for all your support. It means the world to me, and it means the world to Pete.
Yes.
And if he starts slacking on that Twitter, let me know because I'm getting ready to crank up that Twitter again. So with that being said, what do you think, Pistol?
All right, you really like the Spurs.
I love this game. Love it.
You like this one. You like this one. All right, I will. Well, and why don't you like the first half then? I don't understand.
Because I just think that if Bulls got anything, because they know they're underperforming, they're going to want to come out early. Because guess what? There's a couple guys on there that may say, "Hey, Gasol, we didn't need you anyway." Yeah. You never know. I'm just going full game, Pistol Pete, because I have a good coach that helped me.
Yes. All right. You know what? I'm going to. I'm just going to go.
And
with
because when things are good, and you're on a good streak.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm going to go crazy. Why do that,
Sure.
You know?
I'm just going to hold off for now, just because I'm still not totally.
Don't be calling me later because I'm not picking you up later.
Right now.
Yeah.
I'm still a little bit nervous about taking the Spurs, but obviously
you should be nervous
right,
about our next meeting at putt-putt golf. This guy went putt-putt golfing with a backpack, Dennis, and looked like a champ. Literally had one guy said, "This guy is God. Pistol Pete is God."
All right, yeah, because I played miniature golf with a backpack on. All right, Mike Brenner,
and
great
a hell
show.
Of a swing, by
great
the way.
show, absolutely great show, and hopefully you continue absolutely kicking ass. And we'll be back tomorrow for the Friday Guard.
God, I love what we do.
Okay.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts. Shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.